Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth week of the course Embedded and RTOS. So in this week we will discuss the embedded Linux development environment. So basically this video is for the subtopic of embedded Linux development environment. In this video we will discuss need of Linux, that is why Linux, who are using Linux, then embedded Linux today, and the open source and GPL. So what is that open source GPL? We will cover it one by one in the coming slide. The learning outcome is, after completing this session, student will be able to explain the need of Linux and its license, whether it is free or it is paid. Now we will start from the what is Linux. Linux is what its symbol, and this Linux is developed by the scientist, that is Linus Torvald, in 1991. So Linux is the best known and most used open source operating system. You know operating system. So just like Windows, iOS, Mac OS, Linux is an operating system. So Android is also powered by Linux operating system. Right now, everyone is using smartphone, and maximum of them are using Android operating system in that their smartphones. So that Android operating system is powered by Linux OS. An operating system is a software that manage all the hardware resources associated with the desktop or laptop. The operating system manages the communication between your software and your hardware. So operating system stands in between your software and hardware. So if you want to install any software, you should have operating system. Now we will discuss the pieces of Linux, the parts of Linux. First is bootloader. What is bootloader and all we will discuss in the coming slide. Next is kernel, then init system, then daemons, then graphical server, and the desktop environment, and last one is what? Application. So these are the pieces of Linux. Now what is bootloader? Bootloader is a piece of software, and the software that manages the boot process of your computer. So that is what bootloader. It will manage the boot process, initial boot process of your computer. Next is kernel. So it is the one piece of whole that is actually called Linux. So Linux is basically kernel. The kernel is the core of the system and manages the CPU, memory, and all the peripheral devices. Init system. This is the subsystem that bootstraps the user space and is charged with controlling daemons. Next is, what is daemon? Daemons are background services, like which are the background services? Printing, sound, scheduling, or writing something. So these are the background processes or services that either start up during boot or after you log into the desktop. So some services are start when the boot process initialize, or some services will be after boot process, if you want to use printing or if you want to play the videos and all. So these are the background processes. Next is graphical server. This is the subsystem that displays the graphics on your monitor. It is commonly referred to as a X server or just X. Whenever there is a task related to graphics, that is handled by graphics server. So that is display or you on your monitor. Next is desktop environment. This is the piece that the user actually interact with. Means if you are using your desktop, So directly you will find your mouse. You can click on your any icon. So this is the desktop environment. So this is the piece that user actually interact with, because user will not directly interact with the CPU. Next is the desktop environment parts. So GNOME, Cinnamon, Mate, Pantheon. So these are the desktop environment. So applications. Linux offers thousands upon the thousands of high quality software titles that can be easily found and installed. So Linux have thousands of applications and it can be easily installed on any Linux operating system. Most modern Linux distributions include App Store, like tools that centralize a simplify application installation. Like you have your Play Store. Likewise, every Linux operating system maximum having App Store. From that App Store, you can download the applications whatever you want. Like if you want to download VLC player, if you want to download the any web browser, so you can go to the App Store and you can install directly from that App Store. Now who uses Linux? The best part of the Linux is, if you want to build a server, there is no other better option than the Linux. So between 1 and 2/3 of the web pages on the internet are generated by server running on Linux. So companies and individuals chooses Linux for their server because the following things, that is Linux is very secure, flexible and excellent support from a large community of users. Companies like Canonical, SUSE and Red Hat, each of which offer commercial support. So Linux is the best for building server as well as for desktop use. Now devices. Android phones and tablets, your Android phone and that Android operating system is also powered by Linux. Chromebooks, digital storage device DSD, personal video recorders. So these are the devices which using Linux operating system, or cameras, wearables. Now who uses Linux? These are the services. Means if this is what, this is the data center of Facebook, means server. So these all servers are built on Linux operating system. Red Hat, your camera, this is what your set-top box, and this is one system. If from web files, web host or server, internet, website, if you are logging on the Facebook and you are uploading your video or photo, there should be one server where your photo should be saved. So that server is built on Linux. So web server, that is totally built on Linux. 2/3 of the servers worldwide built on Linux. Next question is, why Linux? There are numerous economic and technical benefits why Linux. Strong growth in the adoption of Linux for embedded devices. So embedded device can directly use a Linux. Linux has been adopted for embedded products in the worldwide public switch telephone network. Next is global data networks, wireless cellular headset, the equipment that operates this network. All these are built by using Linux. Automobile applications, consumer products such as games and PDA, personal digital assistants, printer, enterprise switches and routers and many other products are based on or built using Linux. Again, why Linux? Some of the reasons of the growth of embedded Linux, which are as follows. Linux has emerged as a mature, high performance, stable alternative to traditional proprietary embedded operating system. Linux support a huge variety of application and networking protocols. So there are, I have already told you, there are operating system which offers directly one like offers you where you can install the any application. Linux is scalable from small consumer-oriented devices to large, heavy iron, carrier class switch and router. Linux can be deployed without the royalties required by traditional proprietary embedded operating system. Linux has attracted a huge number of active developers, enabling rapid support of new hardware architecture for platform and devices. An increasing number of hardware and software vendors, including virtually all the top tier manufacturer and ISP, now support Linux. So this is how why one should use Linux. So everywhere Linux is used. Embedded Linux today. Now today there is, if simple embedded system is there, so somehow everyone is using maximum embedded Linux board. You know there is famous board, that is Raspberry Pi. So that board is using operating system, that is Raspbian and new others. So you can install their Linux Mint or Raspbian, Fedora. You can install on the Raspberry Pi. So the popular news and information portal founded by Rich Lebrum conducts an annual survey of the embedded Linux market. Linux has emerged the dominant operating system used in thousands of new designs each year. So this is how Linux is using every day, and especially it is freeware and not free for cost, because it is free to change. So you can change, you have the Linux kernel freeware and you can change as your problem statement want. Next is open source and the GPL. One of the fundamental factors driving the adoption of Linux is the fact that it is open source, means you can download it from the website of Linux. Linux kernel is licensed under the terms of the GNU GPL. GPL means General Public License. Leads to the popular myth that Linux is free. When we speak of free software, we are referring to what? We are referring to freedom, not to the price. We are referring to freedom, not to the price. Why freedom? We will discuss in. So the license self-perpetuating grants the user freedom to the run program, grants the user the right to study and modify the source code, means user can modify the source code depending on its application. Grants the license grant the user permission to distribute the original code or his modifications also. So user can give, or user can distribute the original code or his modification. The license grant these some rights to anyone to whom you distribute the GPL software. So up till now we have discussed various points, that is why, what is Linux, where are various pieces of Linux, who uses Linux, why one should use Linux, and embedded Linux today, and the open source. So basically open source means what? Not by price, that is by one should have rights to change the source code depending on its application. If you want source code and you want your own operating system, you can change that. So you have freedom of changing the source code. So let's move on to the next video.